yeah.
Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Hey there, crypto friends. How are we doing tonight? We are live and late to the show for tonight. Sorry about that. Did a whole show without any kind of stream going on, so it looks like we are back going. Appreciate your patience, and we are looking here at the heat map on Coin 360. Everything's still in the red, but we do have some good news for you, particularly with Storj, STORJ USD, and we will have a look at that, so stay tuned. Let's get over to the charts. Going to start out here with BTC USD. As you can see, I have the new price target set in here, and if you're wondering what all this means, there is a how-to tutorial. You can click over on the chat or down in the comment section, not the comment section, in the notes at the bottom, and access that. It's a very short tutorial. I urge you to take that, where you can learn how to set up all these indicators and chart along with me. Or you can let me do all the work. Just hit the like, subscribe. Commercial over. Let's get to the charts. We're looking at BTC USD down roughly 3% for the day, and we're about to click over into a new, I think we are, yeah. Still got a few more hours. Sorry about that. False alarm. So we're looking down at support at the 32,261.25, still holding up. As you can see here, we did start our climb up. Started to set our higher low, so that's what we're looking for, and then we're going to look for a continuation once we go beyond that higher low. And looking up at resistance, once we get through this particular high, which is at the 33,171.83 is resistance level. And let's move on to Ethereum ETH USD. Ethereum Classic, not Ethereum Classic, Ethereum USD, sorry. Got ahead of myself. So we're just lost that support level just now, and we're looking down. Probably going to bounce real nicely off that 100-day moving average, but we have support sitting at the 2092.32, and we do anticipate to climb back up through the buy target, so we'll start inching our stop up along the way. And let's look for resistance now. Going to be on these double tops of previous lows over there, the 2148.08. Heading on over to Binance Coin BNB USD. As we are indicating, we have support down at the 306.148 and resistance up at the 318.327. We're trying to get above this 26-day moving average. We still have the 12, the 26, and 100-day moving average in the right stacking order. We're trying to regroup here on this bounce as we hit this 50 fib on the way back down. So let's look for that to hold, and for a continuation, well, let's move on. We're looking at Cardano, ADA, USD, Cardano. Support sitting all the way down there at the 1.315, resistance on the previous highs up at the 1.348, but still got to get through, close above this 100-day moving average. So keep that in mind, folks, as we start to make our way through there. Well, let's move on to PolkaDot, DOT, USD. As we did pooch right into that buy target, we're still trying to get above this resistance, so we're going to sit tight. And we have our support level now holding up at the 15.309. We're going to look above, get above that 100-day moving average and above the 15.633 resistance, and we will jump in this trade for PolkaDot. Moving on to the Doge. The Doge continues to bleed out, and it's very obvious that a lot of the newcomers into the space, when we were hitting all these highs, bought in, and they've capitulated and sold off and continue to sell as they're trying to cut their losses on the way down. So keep that in mind. So we're looking down at support for Doge at 0.2000. So look for us to hold that psychological number, and resistance 0.2158. Heading on over to Litecoin, LTC, USD. the lightest of all coins. So we have support down at the 129.18, resistance up there at 133.23. As we move into the buy target, once again, we may want to sit tight on this 100-day moving average and see how we perform as we come up to approach that. But we are pushing to get above resistance at the moment at 133.23. Moving on to LINK, that is Chainlink. Chainlink holding this right above that 100-day, just below, I should say, 100-day moving average. That's the yellow line. And look at the close above there. But meanwhile, back at the back cave, we have 18.160 as support and resistance 18.896. I'm sorry, 0.890. Moving on to Stellar. Stellar doing a little bit of sideways action here, so we missed that. There we are. Got the nice 1, 2, 3. Nice bottom on here, 0.239. Support and resistance on the 0.245 for Stellar. Well, let's move on to Vechain, VET, Sorry, I'm getting some messages over there on some of the other platforms, Twitch particularly. Okay, I'm keeping an eye out there. Someone's saying there's an issue with volume or audio. I think I've still got audio. I can hear myself. So we're looking at support to hold at the 0.0756. And resistance up there at the 0.0776. Yep, confirmation. Do have audio. So all that one twitcher was twitching. Well, let's move on to FIL Nice support holding up there at the 52.878 and resistance now trying to get back through the 55.624. Converging averages all coming all together in holy matrimony. So watch out for that if we can make a bounce here off that support. We are headed into overbought, or I should say oversold, so keep an eye on that RSI down there to help us out. So here we start the show today, STORJ up 8.35%. You see we got all the way up to 1.10 and still trying to make the climb back up. Sold immediately right off the hand, paper hands folded up like a lawn chair. And so we're regrouping, so we're looking at support now at the, oh, holy cow, we're way up there. All right, let's get that, there we are. Support now 1.02, so roughly that $1 psychological mark as we made the climb back up through. Let's peek over into the 1 hour, see if we can split that big candle up there to see where there's our resistance level at the 1.0692. Well, let's head on over to IOTA, Internet of Things. Holding above that 100-day moving average, so we have a bounce attempt in play here. Meanwhile, back at the back cave, we don't have any we have one previous low right there, just below that 100-day moving average at the 0.8114, and support or resistance to get through is a 0.836. Sorry, been a long day today, folks. Looking at COMP, a USD support 410.863, resistance 438.733. And let's move on to BAT, always needing attention, basic attention coin at 0.5663, and that's your support level, and we're looking up at the 0.5788 resistance. Did I say? Yeah, I got those right. So resistance 0.5788 and support 0.5663. Stop loss just beneath those lows right there. We'll actually move it just down. There we are. Ethereum Classic, ETC/USD, staying on top of that 100-day moving average, and that's where we're going to set our support level, 48.422. We saw 1, 2 touches on there, and 3, so 3 times a lady. The Commodores will take that to the bank. So we're looking at resistance now 50.912. Heading on over to Mana. Mana bleeding out the most for the day. We had a nice run up here on Mana, so completely down. So, like I said, obviously some speculators in the market. Maybe some new folks just letting it go early. Looking at support, 0.6213, resistance 0.6471 for Mana. Moving on to ZIL, ZIL, USD. ZIL, we have support 1, 2, almost 3, 4. So lots of support at that level at the 0.074. And resistance, right there, we can nudge that down. So almost all these tops there. We have one back there at the 0.0765. Moving on to NU, USD. Extremely tight range I have indicated here. So we have these support levels with wicks on both sides. So algos may be all over this one, but 0.2380 is your support resistance at the 0.2423. Moving on to NMR USD. NMR holding up okay for the day, only down 0.20%. Support level is just beneath that 100-day moving average, so we're looking at 30.0236, and resistance 0.31833, and then look for us to have a little struggle to get through these moving averages just above us there, the 12 and the 26. Have a look at graph token GRT USD, same story here. Holding up 0.20. Oh wait, did we just reset? I do believe we did. Yep, we did. That's why we're all turning. So we just went through where TradingView recalculates the percentages, so all these percentages for the day are going to be out of whack. So GRT, definitely not, we're showing down 0.50%, but slightly more than that for the day. So we're looking at support to hold up at the 0.6395 and resistance up at there at the 0.6842. Uniswap, UNI, USD. Hanging on to that $20 mark, so looking at support to hold 19.964 and resistance sitting up there nice and pretty at the 21.03. And let's move on to AAVE USD. Support, how we doing on time? Getting there. 287.332, resistance up at the 306.331. Heading on over to MKR USD. MKR is looking at support 26.15, right on the money. And then resistance up there at the 27.31.23. Head on over to MATIC, MATIC USD. MATIC holding on to that low pivot right there. So let's see if we can hang on to that. We have support just below that 1.03. So roughly, think about that $1 psychological. We need to hang on to that. And then looking up at resistance 1.0864. Head over to SOL USD, holding on to 32.958 support, and we're going to have resistance way before that. Let's readjust that. There we go. Tight range 33.4495. Heading on to the NFTs. This is audio. Nice run up and back down the escalator, or I should say the elevator. Escalator up, elevator down. There we go. I thought I'd get that right. 0.8156 is support and resistance up there at the 0.8441. And volume is trailing off, so we'll keep an eye out for that. CHZ USD. Lost that support level, so let's move her on down. Lots of support just above that 100-day moving average. You see we barely touched it there. And we have some lows back in here to fall back on as well. So looking at 0.242 support, that's with the RE, and resistance at the 0.2478. Have a look here at Theta. Theta leaped through that support level. Gosh, I can't even get that out of there. So we're looking at 6.025 as support. And new resistance level, 6.284. Heading on over to ENJB USD. This one's on Binance Coin. And we are looking at support at the 1.1714, resistance there at the 1.222. And you can see that's right near that pivot high there on that previous high. Another wick there. That's where those came from. Heading on over to Harmony ONE, Harmony 1. Well, let's have a look what we got here. I think we could probably split that candle about right in there. Let's have a look at the 1 hour really quick. Yes, that's what we're looking for right there. 0.0796 support, resistance just beneath there. 0.0833. And PAXG USD pegged to gold. Gold's having a little move up here. So we're looking at resistance up at 1817.77 and new support level to 1807.01. So we did get above the 12 and the 26 and the 100 day. So we got some moving averages to fall back on should we need to. Well, let's wrap it up with BTC.D calculated here in TradingView. As we are starting to go, as you can see, we are starting to increase back up to 45.54. And the crypto market cap with BTC. Let's have a look at Ethereum, ETH.D. Opposite of that, so we gave back basically what we put into BTC. So we sold Ethereum to buy Bitcoin. We're down to 18.22. And Doge falls below the 2% average of the crypto market cap, so it's still shedding off here. For the Doge, down to 1.98. Total crypto market cap, 1,349 billion. Well, guess what, folks? That does it for me for the night. Appreciate you hanging in there with me being tardy. And hope to see you tomorrow morning at the Crypto Morning Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, dance around the house. And we will see you in the morning. Thank you.